Ball number one is from. We have Gary. From Paul Andrews. Paul takes the win. Paul takes the win. Can we get Brian and Corey to table number one? On deck will be Paul and Cameron. On deck, table number one. Provincial left 11. Hit by Brian. And Brian takes the win on table one. Can we get Paul Andrews, Cameron Gilmar? Table number one. On deck will be Gary and Corey. On deck. Gary and Corey on deck. Table one. Table two, we still have Renee and Christine. This is the women's left arm unlimited open division. This is for provincial title in the open division. One foul on Renee. Christine Flicka, multiple time national champion. Paul Andrews ahead. You get Gary and Corey. Table one. Big head by Christine. Christine takes the win. Leah and Ambrin. Big match here, Leah and Ambrin. Both pullers on table two. Lots of experience on table two. Leah is the IFA Junior World Champion and also recently East versus West left arm North American Champion on the 154 class. Strap match on table number one. Big match here, table two. Lots of experience between these two girls that pulled each other multiple times before. Winner will move on to face Christine. Strap match here, table one. And a brass hit by Leah Cornelson. Leah takes the win. That's expected from the East versus West left arm champion, Leah Cornelson. Gary with the win. Gary with the win on table one. Table sorry. And Brian and Paul, A-side match, a big match on table number one, A-side, both undefeated. On deck will be Gary and Cameron on deck. Can we get Christine and Leah? Christine Flicka, Leah Cornelson. Very big match here. Christine looks nervous. Yeah, let's go.
Go, Leah. Come on, Christine, show her how it's done. Go.
Nelson. Both national champs, a clash of national champions on table two. Both carrying national titles, national and provincial title. Being hit by Christine, and Christine with the win. You got Renee and Amber. Renee and Amber. Table two. On deck, table one would be Gary and Cameron. Table two, we have Renee and Amber. Winner will move on to the semifinal, face Leah. One elbow foul on Paul. So Brian with the win. Paul gets two fouls. Gary and Cameron to table number one. Brian is now in the final. Big top roll by Renee. Amber holding on. Yeah, got slip. Oh, one foul on Amber. We got Cameron and Gary and Cameron on table one. On winner will move on to the semifinals to face Paul Andrews.
Yeah, it just
Yeah,
the
they
wall.
have their voters here.
Yeah.
I've got quarterfinals on table two. Semi-quarterfinals on table one. Oh, top rolling on table one. Gets left. One foul on Renee. Trying to set a fair grip. Table number two. Big match on both tables here. Get behind your pullers. Quarterfinals. Top roll by Renee. We got a strap match on table two. Strap match on table two. Gary moves on to the semifinals. This is for third loser against third place, Paul and Gary. Paul Andrews, Gary McDonald. Edmonton versus Grand Prairie, table one. Winner will move on to the final to face Brian Marginek. Strap match on table two. We're still in the quarterfinals here at table two. All right, semifinal, Paul Andrews, Gary McDonald. The loser takes third place. The winner moves on to the final against Brian Marginet on the A side. Edmonton, Grand Prairie. Red Deer, Calgary on table two. Red Deer versus Calgary on table two. Grand Prairie versus Edmonton on table one. Big hit by Paul Andrews. Paul takes the win. Moves on to the finals. Amber with the press win. Renee trying to hold on, but Amber Express is too strong. Amber is now in the semifinal. Leah Cornelson, Amber Ross, semifinal winner will go on to face Christine Flicker in the final. All right, now it's final match here. Brian and Paul. Brian on the A side, Paul on the B side. Paul, you got it, man. All right, final match. This is for men's 175 master rankings on table two. Final Leah and Amber. Leah, Brian and Paul. Brian on the A side, Paul on the B side. Left arm. Here we go. Oh, this is for a provincial title here on table number one. It's for the 75 kilo men's masters left arm title. Ready, go. And the press win. The final against Christine Flicka. We're just gonna go all the way straight to the finals. So Leah, you got 60 seconds. Christine and Leah, table two final. 60 seconds. Big hit. Paul, first foul of the second match here. Your side anyway, Paul. All on your side anyway.
Finally.
All right. This is for the women's provincial title right here. Leah's already the 165-pound class champ. No one in that class, so. And hit by Paul. But Brian holding, holding. Christine. And again, all right, you oh, right arm. Best of three. Yeah, they switched sides after. And one, we're still on the left. This is the Three McAllister, Mike Trapp, Roger Skoskis. First up, Three McAllister, Scott Gracie, number one. On deck, Mike Trapp, Roger Skoskis. This is a 5-pound right arm women's provincial championship. This is the only two competitors, so it will be a best of three. Table number one, it's Corey McAllister, Scott Rosie. No, it's not Scott, it's Mason's dad. No, I don't know who Scott is. Mason's dad versus Corey McAllister. On deck will be Mike and Roger. And top roll back here. And we go to a split. Both trying to rise up. Go, Hannah. You're looking good. You got the hand control, Hannah. Come up. One elbow foul on Scott, on Mason's dad. One foul on Mason's dad. First name Mason's dad, last name Drosy. One foul on Scott, and then we're going to do this again. And then best of three on table two. Get behind your pullers. Cheer for your pullers. Get behind them. There we go. Here we go. Orange Masters. Orange. Oh. First one. You guys do it again. This is for the provincial title. Provincial title on the line. Two. One. Roger. Again, Roger. Brianna. Brianna. You guys can switch sides on table two. Switch sides on table two. Rich versus GB. Yeah. The Madman versus Oscars. That we got coincidental. We got coincidental animals left the airport. One elbow on Mike. One elbow on Mike. Right. On deck table two is Hagrid and Christine on deck. All right, Mike, you're going to be up again here. Corey McAllister, Mike Schaff. On deck will be Mason's dad and Roger Escosta. These two are, and Leah here and Renee. Leah Cornelson with the win. And we get Ambryn and Christine, table number two. Table number one, we've got the two winners, the two A-side winners, Corey and Mike. On deck, table two, on deck will be Leah and Rhodey. On deck, Leah and Rhodey on deck, table two. Right now we have Ambryn and Christine. Tight both in the center, both. One elbow foul on the man, Mike Schaff. Corey McAllister's left arm seems tight today. Definitely ate his Wheaties today. Table two, we've got Christine, Ambryn and Christine. Christine with the win. Table number two. Leia and Rudy. Leia and Rudy, table number 2. On deck will be Renee and Amber. On deck. Mike Shaw. Mason versus Roger Scott. Got Leia and Rudy. On deck will be Renee and Amber. Table 2 on deck. Leia with the win. Renee and Amber. All right, the man is now up against Mason's dad. Madman versus Mason's dad. This is the semifinal. Semifinal on table 1. Winner will face Corey McAllister, whose arm has a boot from the past center today. Amber trying to go inside, but Renee trying to top roll. One elbow foul on Renee. One elbow foul on Renee. One elbow, Mason's dad with the win. Now we are in the final. This is the left arm, 90 kilograms, left arm final. The Corey McAllister on the A side, Scott Mason's dad on the B side. On table 2. Table 2 is the Renee and Amber on table number. On deck will be a side match. Christine and Leia. One deck. All right, you've got your actual Mason. Actual Mason is there filming now. Okay, Mason's dad versus Corey McAllister. Corey on the east side. So far, Corey has fouled out everyone so far. That arm hasn't moved from center back. Scott is going to change. The first time his arm is Scott's pulling. All right, east side. One of them being a world champion. Multiple titles between these two on table number 2. On table 2, you got the 2 best female players in all. All right, both on the B side now on table number 1. This is for the night final and Chris final. And we get table 2. That's yeah. Third. All right. Unlimited class, left arm. Table number one. The Roman Germany and Joe Fox. The unlimited first up on table one. Fox. Joe Fox. And Red Deer versus Calgary. Red Deer to win. Grand Prairie versus left arm and some masters. Left and Red. This is the winner moves on to the final 16. All right, here we go. It's no introduction. He's no Joe Fox. Versus the Marshall Management. Lots of load here, table one. Load power. Elbow fall on. Joe man, your man. Joe Beast Fox versus Peter Name. Much very experienced table on table number two right now. Edwin versus Leah. With the win on table two, average third place. Leah is now in the final against Christine. Joe Fox on table one. On Joe Bowman versus Joe. Roman Arroyo versus Joe Fox.
You're further away. If you go to the table, it's actually good. You can see both if you're close.
All right. To table one, please. And third. And actually, you know, we are table two, left arm, Grandmasters, table two. Roman, table number one. Left arm, we have four competitors. Oh, table Lewis. All enemies, Brian Marching. Left arm, Grandmasters, 50 plus. First up, table number two. This is the left arm, 175 kilos. Grandmasters, 50 and up. Gary and Zane. On deck will be Paul and Brian. On deck. Gary, you here? Gary McDonald? Gary McDonald? Gary had to go to the bathroom. All right, can we get Paul and Brian Marginet? Paul and Brian. All right, Paul and Brian on table 2. On deck will be Gary and Zane. This is the semifinals for the men's unlimited lifetime masters. Lee and Roman. All with the win. Lee with the win. Final. Lee got 60 seconds. All with the win on table 2. Beast mode. Does not breaks. You want to go right. This is extreme. Yeah, I think Joel's gonna go look for Gary. Gary, for not being here. Anyways, girls, Gary McDonald, where you at? Gary McDonald, going once. Gary McDonald. Champion. And Roman takes third. Okay, Brian's gonna try to find him. Okay.
What table?
All right, Gary. Loss on Gary. Gary with the loss. We don't know where Gary is. Okay. So Zane. Bye. All right. Who we got? Zane. There. Oh, yeah. On table 2, it's left arm.
You can't see the great
Right arm? Right arm? Yeah.
Crowd that right there.
Okay. So, another going once. Table number 1, we got in the Grandmasters Unlimited. Unlimited right. Grandmasters Unlimited right arm. Sheldon Short. David Taylor. Len Houghton. Team competitors. First up, David Taylor. Len Houghton. This is the Grandmasters right arm. On table 1. Oh, hold on. Left. We did it already. Not here then. Gary, one more time. Gary, once. Gary, twice. No, Gary. Okay, so Brian gets to win 5. The left arm. Left arm is the free. Left arm. On the right arm. But we're not on the left. Meaning that you should have done. Yes. Now. Yeah. Len is in the final. Now it's Dave and Sheldon. Dave and Sheldon. Semifinal. Sure. Close battle here. Ryan Morgan with the win. Now we got a repeat here. Paul Anderson on the B side and Brian on the B side. Final match here. Dave trying to pass through. Ellen? Oh. Or one first up. Lost. All right. You're in trouble, Sheldon. You're in trouble. Short. Leverage versus Lloyd. So we have yes, yes, nine. On table number one, Fraser takes the win on table two. All two. One. On deck, number one will be oh, right arm, right arm. Good match. One elbow and a goal. Fraser with the win. Fraser with the win. Fraser's getting trouble from Kathy, huh? We have Lee and Brad. Hook match goes hook inside hook and high hook. Hook and drag versus the high hook right now. Donald with the high hook. Or some should call it the there's a name for it. I'm trying to remember. Lee and Brad. Lee and Brad. Table number two. Okay, Zane and Paul. Zane and Paul. Table number one. On deck will be Gary and Brian. On deck. Lee States with the win. All right, final match for number two. Lee, you have 60 seconds. Fraser and Lee. Fraser Benoit, Lee States. Fraser on the A side, Lee on the B side. By speed. All. Speeding ticket. Ooh. And table one. On deck will be Joel and Zane. On deck, table one. This is final match here. Grandmasters left arm, 90 kilograms. Big hit by Brian. Brian takes the win. Fraser, you were a 90 kilogram Grandmasters left arm. Lee place. Brad Prince takes third. Can we get Joel and Zane to table one, please? Joel Christensen, Zane Lewis. All right, table number one. This is the last of the Grandmasters Left Arm Unlimited class. Grandmasters Left Arm Unlimited, two competitors only. Dave Taylor, Sheldon Short. This is the best of three. Best of three. It's the left arm. Left arm. Table number two.
Ready, go.
Hook matcher and Zane Lewis with the win. Table number one. Okay, big matcher. Paul and Brian. This is the right arm. Both on the inside. On deck will be Zane and Gary.
Right arm, right now.
This is left arms. This is the last, the final, yeah, this is it. Left arm, yeah. This is the best of three. Just these two competitors, best of three. Dave Taylor, Sheldon Short. Grand Prairie versus Lloydminster. Best of three. Left arm, unlimited class. Grand Masters. Table number one, we have Paul Andrews and Brian Martinet. Big head by Paul. We got one elbow fall on Paul. First round goes to Sheldon. Round number one goes to Sheldon. Winner, Brian Martinet. Moves on to the final. We got Zane and Gary. Zane and Gary, table number one. And Sheldon. Sheldon, the second win and takes the. All right, this
Missing one arms today.
right arm on one. One. Zane moves on to the semi. Oh, Paul Andrews, Zane Lewis. On table two, we have Brad. Brad. First, these two are the last open men's open division. Oh, hold on. Sorry. Here. You got Paul and Jimmy. Paul and Jimmy. Loser. Winner moves on to face Brian in the final. Paul Andrews, St. Louis. It's Grandmaster Brian. Brad Prince with the stop there. Razor Brad. Strap match. Very fast on table one. Do not blink. Alright, semifinal on table one. New class here on table two. Paul Andrews moves on to the final. All right, Paul, you got 60 seconds. Brian and Paul. Brian on the A side, Paul on the B side. On deck on table one will be the men's right arm masters, right arm 75 kilograms, right arm on deck. All right, Lee and Fraser. Lee and Fraser, table two. Elbow foul on Paul. Paul, that's it. Grandmasters, Provincial champ, and Paul takes second. Zane takes third. You guys want to see? It's masters now. Masters, so 75 kilos. Brad and Ryan. Do you guys want to break or do you guys want to keep going? That's all. Okay. Right arm. Yeah, no, masters first, yeah. Uh,
He's coming. He's coming.
yeah, we had to make a few adjustments here because there were multiple. There were pullers pulling in both masters and grandmasters, so that's why masters and grandmasters flipped over for some. All right, we have Cameron and Brian on table one. Brad and Lee on table two. Semi-final on two. One elbow foul on Cameron. Brian win. Now, Brian, you're gonna pull again here against Paul. They've pulled about 356 times. They go in for 357 pull between Paul and Brian. They get from Lee. Lee takes the win. All right, Lee, you have 60 seconds. You are now in the final against Fraser Benoit. On deck, on table two, on deck, masters running 90 kilograms. On deck, table two. All right, Fraser Benoit, Lee Sates. One elbow foul on Paul, table one. Table two. Fraser Benoit, Lee Sates. Fraser on the A side, Lee on the B side. Brad takes third place. Big hit by Paul. Now they're all both out. It's second ball. And winner Brian. It's looking like another repeat here. Now can we get Cameron and Paul? All right, final match here on table two. Final. Fraser on the A side, Lee on the B side. On deck, table two will be the men's right arm, 90 kilograms. On deck. Semifinal on table one. Semifinals. Fraser Fraser leaving with Matt Ryan. On we have Roger Rascostas, Nathan's dad. Roger Nathan's dad. On and Corey McAllister on table two.
Amazing mother's husband. There you go.
All right, so we're going group for master right arm unlimited. Leader Roman Orozco and first up, Roman and table number one. This is the Unlimited Masters right arm. Roman and Brian. Table two, we have Roger and Scott. On deck will be Mike and Corey. Mason's dad with the win. The Madman versus McAllister. On deck, Mason's dad, Francis. Table one, we've got Roman and Brian. Brian with the win. All right, so it's going to be Lee and Brian. Big match here. Lee Germain, Brian Martinet. Edmonton versus Calgary. Red Deer. All right, sorry, Red Deer. You got the wrong uniform on. Deer. Lee versus Brian. Table number 1. One foul on Mike on table 2. On deck will be Scott and Francis. Corey McAllister, light, inside. Ooh, strong match on table 1. On deck, table number 2 is Roger and Mike on deck. Side and Scott takes the win. Mason that takes the win. On deck, it's going to be east side. On deck, east side battle. Big match on deck. Table 2. And now we got Roger and Mike. We've got Lee and Brian. Table 1. We got one elbow foul on Mike. Grand versus North Bridge. Table 2. North versus South. Pressure. One elbow foul on Lee. Lee with the win. The Roman and Brian in the semifinal on table 1. Roman and Brian, semifinal, table 1. We've got Roger and Mike, table 2. On deck will be Corey and Scott. On deck. Roger with side pressure. And looks like with the win, second ball on Mike. All right. Masters 90 kilograms. Corey McAllister, Scott Rossi. On deck will be Roger and Francis. On deck, table 2. Okay, one. Scott DeRossi moves on to the final. Way to go, Mason's dad. Grand Prairie versus Calgary on table 2. This is the quarterfinal on table 2. Winner moves on to face Corey McAllister in the semifinal. Roman and Brian, table 1. Big center of the match here. Ball drives in both. Roman takes the win. Brian takes third place. Roger Roger into the semifinal. Roger winner of this I think he goes by Mason Stat. Okay, he's in the final. We'll give him Scott Rossi. All right, final match. Roman. Rosno. Authorizing and that's it. And then it's all the way. We are going all the way. Finals. Left all the way through first.
And by the time you build, they'll never clap because they're not allowed to go more than one clap. Yeah, and both left arms, that means they will never. If you go right, they might jump, they might clap. But if you go left, I mean the light, then it's pretty cool.
Yeah. Oh yeah. One is open. You guys can start warming up. All right. Crafts. Corey on the side. Then after the match, after this here, we'll take a 10-minute break and then we'll go all the way through with the mental debate. Scott, mental cap. Takes second. And Roger takes third. Um, we'll be starting all and light is on table two. So on table two, both on table one. All the cards.
Is rather than
And
rewrite.
then we're gonna switch to one table for all the ones. And then yes,
But I ended up with two in my. So I just wanted to grab it in my not that you want to get right. Actually, she has a question. I didn't know it. She's wondering about the link, like the. It's a better one to ask.